Hola guys, happy Tuesday. Try to make it a happy Tuesday. There's good and bad going on. I'm on my way into work and I just felt like visiting with y'all a little bit. Just a recap from my last video where I'd kind of lost my screw a little bit. Things had gotten better. I had an amazing weekend. We went to Canton, Texas to the Yesterland Farms where they have their Halloween shenanigans going on, and we rented a room and we just kind of hung out in Little Canton for the weekend and did some shopping on Sunday, and it was really nice. Our kids, I went with my friend and her husband, part of my itsy bitsy teeny tiny little circle, the biggest part of my itsy bitsy teeny tiny little circle, and we had a really good time. I came home, rested, and went into work yesterday and found out that something really tragic had happened at my place of employment. We've been asked not to discuss details on social media, not to speak to the press, to media, to news, because it is an ongoing investigation, but it's a really sad situation. If you all are interested or curious, maybe some of you locally know, you can Google, I'm not saying too much, you can Google Dallas shooting in hospital or Dallas hospital shooting, and you'll be able to get as much information as the media and the hospital system is allowing. But we're driving in today to work to very somber scene. Like I said, I was out of town. I had no idea this happened because for my anxiety, I don't tend to watch the news. That was advice one of my doctors gave me many years ago. So I watch the news for like weather and that type of thing, but I try to stay away from the news. So I didn't watch. I came home and rested and off a high of a really great weekend. And then I walk in yesterday and there's media and there's just something going on, but it's a hospital. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes celebrities will end up in there. Sometimes, like just recently, an officer was killed and there was media out there, and so you get used to it. I was not expecting what I expected until my co-worker asked me if the media had tried to speak to me, and I'm like, what are you talking about? What's going on? And she filled me in, and most of the day yesterday was just us finding out bits of information that are quite disturbing, infuriating, frightening. We're just not in a good place right now as a hospital community, as a hospital family. We are very sad and very nervous. So today we're supposed to have huddles per department, I guess, to discuss what happens from here on in. But my anxiety is a little high. I did have a panic attack yesterday, and it was a bad one, guys. It was a bad one. I had to reach out to my sister to like bring me down, and I try and hide it because if you have panic attacks, some people are embarrassed by them. I worry that I'll scare people around me because a panic attack is a scary thing to witness. Everybody's attacks are different. But they look kind of scary because I am literally panicking. I'm panicking. I can't breathe. It's a scary thing. So when I feel one coming on, if I have enough time, I'll go like hide somewhere. But I didn't want to be in a dirty bathroom, having this issue. So I just I was texting my sister and she kind of talked me through it. But yeah, it's a scary situation. It's a sad situation. The world is a nasty, mean, horrible place. Not all of it, but too much of it. So I'm hoping we can cope and help each other through whatever it is we're going to hear in this huddle. But yeah, driving into work right now is a little, I'm hoping the media is not there now. Leave people alone. Leave people alone. But On the positive swing of things, this morning I heard thumping around the house, and it turned out my contractor's out there. I knew they were going to start on the roof today, but what do I know about roofing? I thought they were going to, I didn't know when they were going to start, so it was around 5:36. I heard movement in the area, and it was the contractors bringing out a dumpster and getting ready to get material out there. So that'll be going on while I'm at work. So that's a good positive thing. That's going to be a huge weight off my shoulder. That was actually part of my panic attack yesterday, was me trying to move money around, and my raggedy phone kept shutting off, you guys, in the middle of transferring money. My freaking phone kept shutting off, and I was stressed out and bugged by that. Like, are you effing kidding me? You know, I was just stressed out about that, and then just everything going on, and yeah. So, but today I don't feel as put upon. If I don't feel as put upon, I feel like good things are gonna happen today. Like I said, huge weight off my shoulder. The roof is gonna be done by this evening. I have a small house, so the roof will be done by this evening. Just pay the guy, and that is one huge responsibility off my shoulders, and then I can go back to just being a little normal as far as my everyday. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and visit with you guys. I wanted to talk. Maybe that will prevent any onset of who knows what when I walk into this joint. But I still haven't forgotten the haul of it all. You guys, it's still in the trunk. I didn't take anything out of the trunk. The few things that I did purchase, they're still in the trunk. At least the Lysol smell has gone away. But it is really cold this morning. Well, for us, for Dallasites, it's 54 degrees. It poured last night. My poor plants are swimming in their pots. It super poured last night. So I have to drain pots after the roofers leave and all, but I lost my train of thought, guys. What the heck was I talking about? But anywho, yeah. The stuff is still in the trunk, so I'm still gonna do a haul, and I'll probably attach it to this little video just to end it off on a good little spot. But I am at work. I'm gonna squeeze into one of these parking spots. Sorry about the steering wheel in y'all's face, guys. I'm gonna squeeze myself into one of these parking spots and get to the business of being a grown folk today, an adult. And I will see you guys in a few hours. My favorite spot is gone. How rude. How stinking rude. I will see you guys in a little bit, and I love y'all bunches. Hold on, I can't see y'all. I got to see y'all when I tells y'all I loves y'all. Hang on. I'm trying to reverse park, guys. Even with a freaking camera, I suck at reverse parking. I sucky. I can't parallel park either. I parallel park just enough to get my license, and then I've avoided it ever since. But anywho, okay, here we go. I'm telling you guys, even with a reverse camera, I'm all over the place. It is cold. I'm not looking forward to this walk into the hospital. But okay, now, so until my next, well, not even until my next go around. So until y'all see my cara again in just a little bit, I love y'all bunches. But why am I telling y'all I love y'all bunches if I'm going to see y'all again? Because why not? You know what? In this day and age, it does not hurt to know that you are loved. So I love y'all. See you in a bit. Hola, guys. Good gravy. I cannot see. Oops. The sun is glaring in my eyeballs. I had to park somewhere different this morning in what I refer to as Crack Alley, because that's where all the crackheads are, in that parking garage. Have I told you that, guys, or have I put that up on Facebook? I think I mentioned it on Facebook. But anywho, I had to park there because I had a late start this morning. I had to get some money situated for my roofer. This guy is doing such good business that he is in no hurry for me to pay him. But because my anxiety was what it is, guys, let me tell y'all what my head told me was going to happen. My head told me, what if this man doesn't come for his money and then sues you saying that you didn't pay for the roof and puts a lien on your house, and then he owns your house. This is where my head is. I'm being real lighthearted about it, and I can even laugh about it now. But last night, you guys, because they finished my roof yesterday, and when I got home, I told him I'd be home at 5 o'clock. When I got home, he was gone. So I'm like, oh, I'm sorry I missed you. If you're still in the area, I can, I'm here to pay you. And he's like, oh, don't worry about it. I can go tomorrow morning. And I'm like, well, I leave for work at 7 in the morning, but I can stay later if you need me to. He goes, oh, no, don't do that. I can just come by tomorrow evening. So I'm like, this guy is in no hurry to get paid. I mean, granted, he has a wonderful, very successful business. He does incredible work, guys. Oh my gosh. This guy does everything, roofs and floor and paint, and they build pergolas and patios and etch concrete sidewalks and pour concrete sidewalks and stain fences. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful business. But anywho, so I'm like, business must be real good if he ain't in no hurry for my, payment. Well, it didn't occur. So this is when my head started to spin like, oh my gosh, he's not going to take payment, and he's going to sue me, and he's going to put a lien on my house, and then he's going to take my little raggedy house, and he's going to flip it and sell it, because this man is in the business of doing this kind of stuff, not of robbing people, but of flipping houses and making them gorgeous and whatever. My head was on fire. So my son was like, Mom, just reach out to him and ask him exactly when he's going to be here tomorrow. And it occurred to me that I hadn't asked him what type of payment he takes, because I haven't written a check in 15 friggin' years. I don't really deal with cash. So I'm like, well, most everybody, especially in a large business, has those little things attached to their phones, and you can do a credit card or debit card or whatever. But something was nagging at me that I better ask him. And I asked him, what mode of payment do you take? And he said, well, I don't do card. Who with a business this big does not do card? But he doesn't. He says, I take check or cash. Like I said, I haven't owned a checkbook in years. So this morning, I say all this to say, this morning I got a late start and had to park in Crack Alley because I had to wait till the bank opened, and I went ahead and withdrew the money that I'm going to pay him. I texted him and told him, okay, I went ahead and got cash. So I'll be home, at 5 o'clock. He goes, okay, I'll be by there by 5:30, 5:45. And I'll run over everything we did up on the roof, and then we'll be settled. I said, okay. So I'm heading home now. I actually have to go pick up some little smokies, those little smoky links, because we're having a coworker's birthday celebration tomorrow, and this poor girl really needs it. She lost her brother a few weeks ago, and she's only just now starting to pep up some. She's being strong, and we kind of want to make like a boo bash, a little boo-rific celebration for her, because I believe her birthday is actually on Halloween. So every year, according to my coworkers that have been there longer, they do a Halloween theme for her birthday. So y'all know me and Halloween. Towards the last minute there, I got really inspired and just really feeling for her. So we judged up her little area. We went a little crazy, a little extra, but we hope it lifts her spirit. Because she needs it, and the whole hospital needs it, especially right now with everything that happened. If you guys Googled what happened, we're still told not to talk about it in detail on social media, but by now it's made national news. So if you guys know what happened at my workplace, the spirit is low, and we had our moment of silence. Our minute of silence today, and all the surrounding hospitals and hospital networks also observed a minute of silence in memory of the two that were taken. And we're able to talk to each other and, just, be a family, a work family, and kind of, you can tell the feeling is there. Not to sound mushy, but you can really tell that people are caring about each other right now, really looking out for each other right now. I think that's really awesome. You can feel it. You can feel the sadness, you can feel the fear, you can feel the anger, you can feel all of it, but you can also feel safe, if that makes sense. You feel safe because you know that right now we're all looking out for each other. So hopefully that continues, and people that knew these ladies directly and personally are able to heal. I mean, it should not have happened, but okay. But yeah, I'm on my way home and I was like, let me talk to you guys again. Y'all are my therapy, and I think it's good for me. I think it's good to sit in this car and talk it out instead of letting it stew in my head all that all day long, and then I go home and it's in my head, and then it affects me at home, and I'm sad or I'm distant or whatever. And no, my little family does not need their mom to be on planet zombie somewhere, or planet mean, or planet mad, or planet I'm going to bed, no. So this helps. This helps. And I know I keep saying I have a little haul for y'all. It's still in the trunk, you guys. It's still in the trunk. Gotta get home. And at this point, I think the heat from the last few days and the whole half a can of my new Lysol probably killed anything that was on there. So I may just show it to y'all expeditiously. Yeah. How many days later? Expeditious is not what it was. But anywho, it's just a few little things. If I had time, honestly, I'd probably stop at a thrift store right now, but nah. I'm gonna go ahead and head on to the Winco and grab a couple packs of those little weenies and a bottle of barbecue sauce, because that's all I do. Just having some little finger foods tomorrow, and see if I can get myself situated with this little haul. I also need to get busy with my feather mask. I need to figure out what the heck I'm doing with my costume, because Boo Bash in our city is on Friday, and it's going to be raining, guys. It's going to be pouring rain. So it's going to be really messy and gross, because little dude is dragging a fake body behind him as part of his Halloween costume. And if it's raining, I'm worried that it's going to fall apart. I don't know. But he's still all situated, and he's so excited, and he's so ready. But I still ain't got me together. So knowing me, I'll probably not have a chance to get it together just the way I want. And then I'm going to be like, oh, forget it. I'm not going. Well, I'm still going to go, but I'm not going to dress up. But anywho, I definitely want to try and do that today. Get some more feathers on that there mask. And just see if I can't get into my own personal spirit. Because I'm in the spirit for everybody else. I'm in the Halloween spirit for everybody else except for me, not really right now. But things are looking up, you guys. The roof, that giant weight is off my shoulder. The roof is done. And y'all know how I was stressing out about that. So that is done. My son just bought a new car today. I can't wait to get home and see it. So things are good. My son is my absolute rock. I am so blessed, you guys, to have strong people in my family that can keep this mushy little noodle on the straight and narrow, or put a little pep in my step and a little steel in my spine. Because you guys, when I'm falling apart, I'm falling apart. And my son is such a rock. My son is such he's so strong for me. And little dude, as young as he is, just cracks me up. He can always make me laugh. My mom is this peaceful spirit. My sister is another rock, another fierce, look, girl, you got this. We're going to be all right. We got your back. You're not alone. My sister and my brother are so much alike. They are so much alike personality-wise, and they know how to handle me. Where my mother is more sensitive, and then me and her end up panicking together and crying together. But there's such a peaceful presence to her. And like I said, little dude is just funny as all get out. And I have you guys as well. Oh my gosh, you guys just reached out on the other video that I put out. You guys just reached out and opened up. And I thank you guys so much for that. Because I know it's kind of hard for people to just put their own truth out there, or their own little stories, or their own little, hey, I get it. But I really appreciate that y'all do that. Because it's hard for me to talk about certain things. And I just feel comfortable putting it out there because I've never had negative feedback. I've had one or two oddballs, but I've never been attacked on my YouTube. I never have. I have been so lucky that you guys are awesome. So I'm going to take my tail up out the hood and get over to my little hood and see what I get myself into this evening. But I hope to see you guys this evening. I really do. And just know that the remainder of this video is going to be good. Or maybe I'll just put this up and then split up and do a haul all by itself and the Halloween of it all. I'm not sure, because I know some of you guys like the hauls, and if y'all like the hauls and there's a haul attached to this and y'all don't like to talk, y'all probably done turned it off anyway, but I'll figure it out. But until I see you guys again, I love y'all bunches if I don't see y'all again, but until I see y'all again, until I see y'all again, if I don't come back, I love y'all bunches. But if I come back, then you'll see me. Hola guys, happy Friday. Yes, I still ain't done the haul, but hey, at least I've gotten the stuff out of the trunk. It is Friday. It has been a pretty good day. Man, good riddance to the week is all I'm going to say. It's rainy and drizzly. It is 57 degrees, and for us Southerners, that is freaking cold. I just got out of work, and I have to get home expeditiously. I like that word. I have to get home expeditiously because we are having the Boo Bash in my town today from 6:30 to 8:30. It used to go longer. I'm not sure why they're cutting. Gosh, I'm cold. I don't know why they're cutting it so short, but anywho, I have to make sure that little dude is outfitted. And we're in line so we don't get stuck out because we're kind of a small town, and not too small, but kind of a small town, and these little shindigs get packed really fast, so we don't want to be turned away. I've put a lot of thought into little dude's costume, and he is super excited to show it off. We're not sure if we're going to go with super gruesome or just gross. I don't want to offend or, upset anybody. So we're going to take plan A and plan B. Plan A being my dismembered corpse, Mr. Edgar. If you're following me on Facebook, then you guys know who the heck Edgar is. I think I've shown you guys a picture. Oh, I haven't done any Halloween stuff. Just talked about it. Okay, so Edgar is a dismembered corpse that I created out of old clothes and bubble wrap and latex red paint, and it's pretty gruesome, and I'm very proud of him. That's part of little dude's costume as a prop, but because I was worried that it would be a little too and could potentially petrify small children, I went ahead and did a plan B, which is just a duffel bag full of body parts. There's something wrong with me, but in a good way. But anywho, I'm not sure which we're gonna do. We're gonna put both in the trunk. Okay, we're gonna put both in the trunk. If Edgar is too gruesome, then we'll just do the body part bag. But yeah, that's all I'm doing. Gonna get home to my kiddo. If y'all hear squeaking, it's because it's starting to drizzle and the rain is not coming down hard enough for my windshield wipers not to make that sound against the glass. But anywho, I know I'm gonna hit construction traffic. There's construction from Oak Cliff into my neighborhood, and I sit there for like 10 friggin' minutes because they only have one lane open. So I know I'm gonna hit that. I'm cold, you guys. I was gonna dress up. I was up till 2 in the morning yesterday putting the final touches on my costume, but for one, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to drive with wings, okay? And if I don't put my wings on before I get there, I'm not gonna be able to do it. And I have wings on my back, and then I have wings on my arms, and then the little costume part of it that I'm wearing, like the clothing part of it, is going to be too thin for the weather right now because I know the temperature's going to drop. I'm already freezing, and I have on a denim jacket and jeans. So hello, I can just imagine my little bird costume. I'm going to be cold. So I probably won't even dress up. We don't have many other Halloween plans, but if I can't wear it this year, I'll wear it next year. Whatever. As long as little dude has a good time. And I'd rather honestly focus on him and all his props and the rain and keeping him dry than me worrying about my feathers getting wet. Because that's another thing. I'm a bird, and I don't want my feathers to get wet because wet birds stink. I used to bathe my mommy's birds. Wet birds stink, and I'm going to be this whole big bird. So, no, I don't want to get wet and stink. But that's all I'm doing today. Today was a good day. Like I said, it's the end of a week that needed to have ended. I'm in better spirits. I know the last 2 days y'all heard me complaining and all, but I'm just glad it's Friday, and yeah, I don't have much planned other than Boo Bash today. I don't know if little dude's gonna go with his dad or not. Um, who knows what's going on there? But if he's not, then we definitely have to find ourselves something to get into tomorrow. I mean, I already have things we can get into tomorrow. There's a Frisco Fright Lights thing. It's this whole lit up carnival or festival kind of thingy in the city of Frisco, and they have all kinds of Halloween awesomeness going on. It's supposed to be really popular. I've never been, but it looks amazeballs. So there are things to do definitely this weekend. I need to find out if our area is doing their tricks or treating on Saturday or if they're actually waiting for Monday. I need to get on the neighborhood app and find out, because there's an area near my subdivision. They go all out. Like, they go all out. It looks like a friggin' horror movie scene set. It's amazing. They have so much fun. And we don't want to miss that if they're going to do it on Saturday. So, couple things going on, couple things to do. Plus, um, um, I'll eventually get around to the haul. Like I said, I got everything out of the trunk finally. And it's all set up ready for you guys to sneak a peekaloo at. I just need to sit my butt down and show it to you guys. So this is definitely an all talk video if y'all haven't figured it out by now. And if you have hung out with me all this time, y'all are awesome. Y'all obviously like the chisme, the talk, the plática that I be giving y'all. So I'm just gonna head on home. I mean, there's really like no time for nothing. Just get them dressed and head on out, because the shenanigans start at 6:30. So I'll see you guys soon. I hope you guys had a good week. I hope you all are gonna have a